Recently, a woman has come online saying that she left MAGA, but it's not that she left MAGA at all. She was pleading with the hate that she was receiving for coming online and centering herself. But I think someone who was coming to her rescue inadvertently was proving the point of why these people are not to be trusted. So the next video that is I'm gonna play is of a white woman who was coming to the rescue of this woman here. And I found some reasons, like I said, to solidify why people who are leaving MAGA are an entity of their own and still really have not done the work. And we're going to talk about it.
That I'm going to try to be really raw and honest this Sunday morning. My name is Stefania. I left MAGA in 2021 and I gave my testimonial to leaving MAGA in July of 2024. I do not know Carter Brown. While we all give testimonials to leaving MAGA, we don't really have a community as such that we all get to know each other. We had like a text thread for a while, and I do think I remember her coming through. But in terms of like knowing each other as a community, I know a few of the gals within leaving MAGA and have developed connections with them, but I don't know Carter. And so I am not super familiar with what has been going on, but just from the few videos that I've seen and the incredible amount of response videos that I've seen, I wanted to talk about what I felt and what I have to say after watching these videos. I will be honest, as a white woman, my honest first reaction was, oh my God, she is delegitimizing our cause. And I'm shaking as I say this because of course I'd center myself. I'm a white woman.
So what I notice here is that there is a gleam in her eyes because she's still centering herself. And she knows that she's centering herself, and I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this.
That tracks, and I don't have to say that, but I'm going to be honest about it because my initial reaction was, fuck, we need to trash Carter because she's delegitimizing our cause as being a place where people who have left MAGA can come to learn. Because when you come and give your testimonial, I believe that you should not just be giving yours and walking away. You need to read through and learn about what all of these other people went through. I happened to be a conservative Christian and I was indoctrinated into white Christian nationalism within the church, but that is not the same case for everyone. And so again, centering myself was my first reaction. I just want to make that really clear. Second point, I have done a lot of work regarding my racism, and I would consider myself to be an intersectional feminist because of the work I've done and the reading I've done and the way that I understand things now. I think it is really important for me to say that because still, having done the work I've done, I left in 2021 and I waited 3 years to come online and start talking about my journey. It just shows you that I'll never be fixed.
It just shows you that I'll never be fixed.
That this racism, this internalized racism will always live inside of you.
Bingo. This is absolutely why these people are not to be trusted. They are, at their core, racist. She's going to go on further to explain what we already know about a bruise at home.
Me, and that if I can't be honest with myself about the fact that I will always center myself first, and if I don't learn to move past, to like allow myself to feel that, to recognize what it is, my ego, and then to move past it before reacting, I cannot grow. Is it painful? Is it humbling to know that as a white woman, you are never going to get rid of that? It is.
Is it painful and humbling knowing that you've hurt people and now you get to dig through in all of the ways that you hurt them while you have a smile on your face recalling those times or thinking about those times or something?
It is. But do you know why I like it? Because it's humbling. Because if I ever again reach a point where I feel like I've arrived, because that is how I felt when I was a conservative Christian. I had all the answers. I knew everything. And that is the whole point, is we never will. The whole point is that we will never know. We have to do this continual work of listening, especially to Black queer women, about the impacts of DEI, taking DEI away, about the impacts that we have as white women, especially when we cry online. And I am not guilty, or I am guilty of crying online. I came onto this platform crying. I have cried many times, but let me tell you, the times that I have cried, it has been genuine. And I know that when she cried, it was genuine. No one's looking at that and saying, oh, that's fake. That's not what they're mad about. They're not mad because it doesn't seem genuine or because it seems performative. They're just mad because it's evidence. It's evidence that the work has not been done. And because those who are in the know can see that, immediate no. And I'm a mother of 5. And so, having raised my 5 boys, in white Christian nationalism for 7 years, my most important work that will never be done is raising them to be intersectional feminists, raising them to be the opposite of everything that I was raising them to be while we were in the church. And that is both my heart as a mother and my heart as an activist, because I caused great harm. And unless I continue to listen to those whom I harmed, I will continue to cause great harm for the rest of my life, and my boys need to know that too. And so that is my greatest activist work. And for anyone who has left MAGA, for anyone who has left conservative Christian culture, who has children, that is your primary job. There is no more important work, and I guarantee anyone who I harmed with my vote will agree with me that raising up a generation that will never do this again is the most important work that we can do, and being honest about our journeys and honest about who we are as white women, whether we like it or not, is incredibly important too.
I want to make something very clear. The only reason you're leaving MAGA is because your little life isn't going the way you thought it would under Donald Trump. But you don't give 2 shits about all the people you hurt with those votes.